Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn's back at the weather wall. What were you saying?
The palm tree and the snow. That always gets me. I always think that's fascinating to see.
You know, one of the questions everybody has been asking is, did this snow officially break our record for the second highest snowfall
haven't got
ever?
Those record information yet. Certainly, this is we're still waiting for that confirmation because the snow is still coming down, technically.
Okay,
So,
we know it'll take the National Weather Service a bit to do the official tabulation.
This is from my front yard, Jordan. Can you tell?
Well, I mean, it looks like my front yard, except mine's over 5 inches in our neighborhood.
Well, that's true. 4.4 is the records in 1960. So I think it's safe to say that we've seen the greatest snow since the 1960 snow that would drop 4.4 inches in Beaumont. And again, this is probably the greatest snow that we've seen in this area in 65 years during my lifetime, obviously. And of course, a lot of low clouds out there, the snow coming to an end. And again, it's pretty fascinating to see the amount of snow that fell along the in Port Arthur as far as along the seawall. Otherwise, looking at the snows heading on off towards the east, coming to an end in Lake Charles, Sulphur, and Lafayette, still getting clobbered by heavy and moderate snow. Back over to New Orleans. This is not something, this is an epic snow event. Now this makes the 1895 storm that dropped an epic 30 inches of snow in our area. It's like, what would it take to get something like that? Of course, there were no satellite images or satellites up, and so we have no idea as far as how that storm looked. But we certainly have the records of 30 inches anywhere from Galveston, Houston, all the way to New Orleans, all snow. Probably a series of lows. We had Arctic air obviously entrenched, and so we probably had a series of upper level, or I should say surface lows moving through the northwest Gulf of Mexico that helped produce that snow. But as you can see, very similar event. It's just we don't have another one behind this one. So we think that this will clear out coming up tonight, as that will allow, taking that blanket off, that's going to allow the temperatures to tumble as we head towards tomorrow morning. I think we're going to see temperatures dropping well into the mid-teens across southeast Texas. Look at that. Over towards Mobile, New Orleans, Grand Isle getting snow, Plaquemines, Terrebonne Parish, Kerry Cooper, seeing snow over there. This is pretty amazing. A little closer inspection shows that we're pretty much done. Starting to see the sun come out up towards Jasper. That's why you're warming to around 30 degrees, still mid to upper 20s here in the triangle. We're locked solid with clouds, so that's, as long as those clouds stick around, we'll stay in the 20s. But the indications are that these clouds will slowly thin out as we head through the afternoon. We'll see some sun and probably the sunset, and that could get us back up to near 30, possibly 32 here in Beaumont. And I still think we'll get to about 35 up in the lakes area, but even if we get above freezing, it's not enough to melt this. And the issue is tonight, with temperatures well down into the teens, this snowpack is not going anywhere as the winds go calm. As you can see, temperatures are running a good 5 to 7 degrees colder than 24 hours ago, but look where the sun is. Temperatures are warmer, so we will see warmer weather coming up tomorrow across southeast Texas, probably the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Current wind chills. We were looking at the observations here in Beaumont as far as you need 35-mile-per-hour winds for blizzard conditions. We didn't reach that. It was 31-mile-per-hour winds, so we were not under blizzard conditions. Otherwise, currently we're looking at temperatures into the middle, or I should say wind chills into the mid to upper teens to around 20 degrees. So certainly cold enough across southeast Texas. All of the area is under a winter storm warning until 3 p.m. this afternoon. As they have discontinued the blizzard conditions that really never materialized. Looking at, it was close, but never really materialized. Winter storm warning still in effect. And as you can see, the winter storm severity index coming down now as the storm begins to shift on off to the east. Doesn't mean that the travel is going to be any better across our area. You'll have better visibilities, but still we've got lots of snow and probably lots of ice on the streets and roadways coming up tomorrow. See, there you go. Winds less than 30 miles an hour now, 24 to 25, Lake Charles, Beaumont. Orange at 18, winds coming on down up towards the lakes area. So here's the latest modeling, and we've had to shift everything on our color scale to blue for snow. Normally I don't like to do that, but we've got a lot of clouds in there, so I'd be able to delineate the snow versus the clouds. See how the temperature's coming up a little bit, maybe just above freezing as we get a little bit of sun, not long, and that goes back down to freezing. So this is not going to go away. In fact, I think the snowpack is probably going to stick around tomorrow, and that would put us at, let's see, what is today? Tuesday? Yes. Probably stick around through Friday across southeast Texas. And tonight, it's all about the snow ending. A hard freeze coming up tonight. Tonight is the coldest night. Tomorrow morning and tonight will be the coldest morning. This is a pipe-busting night across southeast Texas. You need to drip or turn your water off. Be careful with those space heaters. Tonight, we expect wind chills to get down into the single digits, maybe lower teens. But regardless, we're going with about 14 to 16 degrees tomorrow morning. That would be a record low. The record for tomorrow morning, at least in Beaumont, is 18, and we're going to bust that very easily coming up tomorrow. And it looks like we'll see a new record low high temperature, a record coolest high temperature for today and tomorrow. I'm going to have to check that again. It's either today or tomorrow. But we're seeing some record cold across our area in addition to the snow in southeast Texas. So the weather impact for tonight and tomorrow through the morning hours, that will come to an end as the snow is ending. It's just about cold temperatures now, as we're expecting, obviously, the travel problems to not go away. And it looks like the 4 Ps will be certainly an issue coming up tonight and tomorrow morning, and again as we head through the next couple mornings, because we're going to stick around for hard freezes, not only for Wednesday morning, but for also Thursday morning and also Friday morning, as we'll still see temperatures, low temperatures in the 20s. Again, 14 or 15 in the lakes area, about 16 to 18, maybe 19 in Port Arthur is what we expect as far as low temperatures. And again, if there's any wind tomorrow, it looks like light. We could see some near 10-degree wind chills in some spots. Again, that's where we're at, Jordan. Some 4.5 to 5 inches. What did you get in? You're just down the road from me, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a couple of blocks made a difference here. I think about 5.5 was the official reading we came up with in our front yard. So, yeah, and you know, one of the things I was going to note, and this had to affect accumulation, was, you know, last night, say 11 midnight when this first started going, there was still a lot of sleet mixing in here in Beaumont.
Yeah, it was very fine though.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one of the things that we've been tracking.